Hey everyone, today David and I are going to be talking about what we want from E3 2018. So we're going to be doing our actual predictions in another video, but this is more just what we want to see. But without further ado, let's, David, do you want to start off with your number one desire, number one want for E3?
Yes, I will. So this one is kind of realistic, and it's probably going to happen. I want to know what they're calling the new Super Smash Bros. Just because with the like upcoming tournament thing that either happened or is about to happen, I haven't followed it that much. Just having the name worked into it just gives you one more thing to look forward to, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
All right.
Me next?
Yes.
Okay. My next prediction, let me think.
Not prediction, what you want.
Yeah, what I want. I mean, I'm trying to think of one that's more kind of possible for
More
now.
realistic.
That's more
Yeah.
of a prediction, and then go into the crazy ones later. I would like to see a new Paper Mario game for the Switch, and I would like to see a Paper Mario game that returns to the form of Thousand Year Door and Paper Mario 64. I am one of the very few people who loves Super Paper Mario for the Wii, but I can understand why that was kind of where it began the downfall in terms of that series kind of going away from what made it great originally. Sticker Star and Color Splash are both great games, well, Color Splashes, but they don't necessarily have the worlds and the characters and the charm of Thousand Year Door and 64, so I'd love to see them kind of return to form for that.
The next thing I would like to see at E3 is Nintendo go more in depth about Metroid Prime 4. Because I've loved Metroid Prime. I've loved Metroid from the start. Like, I've played the original Metroid on the SNES that I sold to you. I've followed Metroid for a while, and it's one of my favorite games, and I want to know what's in this next one. It's like the big series Nintendo had that they've just kind of left hanging.
Which leads me to my next prediction, which is that another big series Nintendo has had left hanging is, there are two, actually, but the one that I would actually really want to see, the one that I feel more connected with, is Animal Crossing. New Leaf, which is funny because I've never played an Animal Crossing game, but I've always wanted to play Animal Crossing, and I love Tomodachi Life, and I hear it's kind of sort of a similar thing in terms of you take care of the town and the characters, that sort of thing. I think Animal Crossing is perfect for the Switch, and I'd love to see them bring it to the console. That's pretty much all I have to say. And I think this is also something that they could very well do. That
makes sense.
So, David, another prediction?
I need to think about this one.
Yeah,
Hold on.
we're kind of just going completely.
We just finished recording Hey Listen Part 2, and we're looking for new ideas. Hey, E3, that's coming up. So we're going in this completely blind.
Well, I have another one while David thinks of his next one. I have another one, and that is Mario Party for the exact same reasons as Paper Mario.
You stole my idea.
Really?
Yes, I was thinking, well, Mario Party could be good. Oh, yeah, user interface. I want them to go more in-depth about their online services coming out soon. Because besides the fact that they've released the pricing, which is ridiculously cheap, and I'm really happy about, they haven't said a ton about it. Like, they haven't said if it's going to be like Xbox Live, where it's a very communication-based. The lack of any kind of messaging system on the Switch is something I really don't like.
I completely agree.
So if they added that without having to use the app, that would be really, really cool.
My next prediction is sort of similar to that, or not. I mean, not. My next thing I want from Nintendo from E3 is pretty similar to what David just said. It's more, I want Nintendo to go back through their user interface and the home screen and even the shop, everything, and just kind of Nintendo-ify it and bring more life into it. What I mean by that is, when the Switch came out, Nintendo was very clear this is a gaming dedicated console. We don't want Netflix, YouTube, any of that stuff. We just want it to be about the games. Simple as that. You plug in the game and you play it. Now I think we're getting to the point where they can't necessarily do that anymore because the big home run games like Breath of the Wild and Odyssey have already come out. And plus the whole kind of the joy of bringing games everywhere you go has kind of died down just a tad because the Switch has been around for so long. It's still awesome. So I think this is a good opportunity for Nintendo to bring Netflix and YouTube and Hulu, that sort of thing to the Switch, and even update the whole user interface, the home menu screen, and make it more kind of organized versus just application, etc. And maybe also add some music or just kind of background noise. Like, I mean, that's one thing that Nintendo's done a great job of.
That leads me right into my next prediction. So, this is basing off of that, it's a lot smaller, but allowing us to choose a background for the home screen.
Yes.
Like, because I have a ton of screenshots from Breath of the Wild that I'd really like to be my background or even my profile picture. And allowing us to do that would really add on to the kind of idea of personalization that they're putting onto the Switch, sort of. And so being able to do that would be a real step forward for the Nintendo Switch. He's got his unrealistic ones.
Okay, now I'm going into my more crazy ones. I want Nintendo to release an HD collection, an HD remastered collection of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. 3D Mario games are my favorite Mario series, or my favorite gaming kind of series group of games of all time, besides 3D World and 3D Land, which I consider 2.5D games, not actually 3D, but I'd like to see a collection of HD remastered games, versions of those games.
Yeah, I have one more realistic idea before I jump into my crazy ideas. I want them to add a web browser, 'cause since the start, like, people found a way. Didn't someone find a way to get to the web?
Yeah, I did it. It's pretty sketchy.
Yeah. So I want them to add a full-on web browser onto the Switch, and then you'd be able to do a lot more on your Switch and probably get more people's attention.
So if you watched my video about how Virtual Console ruined the GameCube, you will know that I have a very strong opinion about the GameCube in terms of how Nintendo is using it. In terms of, so basically they're not using it. The GameCube is kind of sitting in the middle of nowhere because there isn't a Virtual Console to play it on. There aren't classic editions for it because it's so new and still graphically powerful. So Nintendo can't really do anything with it besides make HD and 3D remakes like Luigi's Mansion and Wind Waker.
I'd love to see Wind Waker.
That was a lot of words. I want Nintendo somehow, I don't know how, to make the GameCube more relevant because those games are so phenomenal.
Oh, I just had a really good idea. So, with the Wind Waker, he's like, you do that with the Joy-Cons.
Oh my gosh, that makes sense.
That's my next prediction. That would be really fun and also really cool.
So Nintendo needs to just do more with the GameCube, whether that's just release those games on the Switch or to make a GameCube classic. I don't know, really. I just want to be able to play GameCube games without feeling guilty for downloading them on a ROM emulator on my computer. You're up next. Go.
So I just took an idea from Chris because he had 2 ideas and I had 0. So one of the ideas he had was to have like new updated content for Super Mario Odyssey, like a DLC. But I'm gonna edit his idea a little bit because I don't want it to be a DLC. I just want it to be another download for the game, just something you can freely.
So
get.
Not paid content.
Yeah, not paid content. Just something you can download into it, just to play it more like. You said Delfino Plaza.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Sunshine. That would be awesome.
I'd like a Mario Kart mini game.
Yeah. Well, I have one last prediction. David, do you have any more?
I have no more.
Okay, so this is it. One last not prediction. I'm sorry. One last want. This is not predictions. This is a pretty crazy one. Okay. I'm gonna scoot my chair back because this is. Gotta get ready.
Kinda.
Nintendo.
Oh boy.
Switch. Not Nintendo Switch. Just Nintendo. Trying to figure out what I can do with my hands. VR.
I was gonna say that, but I was gonna put that in predictions.
Really? You think it's an actual prediction?
I really think they're gonna say something about it.
I don't think they're gonna. So okay, here's the thing. Okay, my want is that Nintendo does VR in some way. They have stated that they're considering it.
Yeah.
But that I think they said they currently don't have any definitive plans for it, but they are kind of thinking about it.
The reason I don't think they're gonna do anything like with Oculus or Vive is because from the very start of Nintendo making video games, they were super careful about third-party developers like that, and that's kind of stayed with them till today. So I think if they do release VR, they're gonna make their own machine for it, just so they can get the final say on everything.
Anything else on that, David?
I got nothing.
I don't have anything else either. So I think that about wraps it up for this video.
I agree.
Those were our the things that we want from Nintendo for E3, and honestly just kind of in general, really.
Yeah.
We also have a predictions video for E3, which is either has already come out, depending on when I post this, or is about to. But
make sure you subscribe to see it. It's down there.
Not up there, not over there, or over there. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. It might seem like not a big deal, but it really does help out the channel a ton. I'm trying to grow CC Media to be the ultimate Nintendo community. Hopefully it will be that one day, or at least one of the ultimate Nintendo communities.
We're coming for you, Game Explain.
I love Game Explain. I listen to Game Explain all the time. Yeah, if you're into Nintendo, just explore, because that's kind of what the whole channel is about. It's just all Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching this video. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Every year, millions of Inklings are ruthlessly slaughtered by the corporate honchos of Nintendo. By donating just 1 yen a day, you can save the life of Inklings like these. Thank you.